So we're retiring SIPcity Live, replacing it with our new CloudPBX platform. There's two parts to the upgrade. You're going to migrate your account to CloudPBX, which is simply a press of a button inside the SIPcity Live portal, or we can help you with that behind the scenes as well. And then secondly, because we've changed our public IP addressing, you will need to change your phone's proxies from the legacy plus .sipcity.com.au to our new proxy, which is call.sipcity.com.au. So we're going to use our device provisioning to shift your phone from SIPcity Live onto CloudPBX. And to reaffirm the order, in effect, we're pre-provisioning the phones in readiness for the cutover, which you can do anytime in advance. If you do it this way, following cutover and device provisioning, the phones should automatically recognize the new platform and reset to the new proxy. And if for any reason they don't, by restarting the handset, it's going to drag down or force the phone to drag down the new settings. So to the phone itself, to get the phone's IP address, hit the home button on the handset. Its settings, 4 for status, 2 for network, and 1 for TCP/IP, which will return the IP address. We're going to copy that into your browser. Now the Polycoms always default to admin, and the factory password is always 456. Onto the phone, the first thing we're looking for is the phone's MAC, which you'll find on the back of the phone, but I prefer to grab them from the web UI from this home screen. Either way, we're going to copy that MAC to Notepad. If you've got a lot of phone numbers, my recommendation is to create a spreadsheet with MACs assigned to phone numbers. And as a note here, if you could remove the colons from the MACs, that would be very handy, as our device provisioning doesn't like those colons. Right, now jumping across to settings, provisioning server, make sure the server type is set to HTTPS, which is very important, and our server address once again is l2access.com.au. Now you can't see it on this video, but you'll need to scroll to the bottom of the page to hit save and then yes. There is a tricky piece here. The phone will restart and momentarily display an error message because it is looking for a file on CloudPBX, which won't exist until we've migrated your account, but the phone will restart as normal on the old system, and you'll still be able to continue to make phone calls on it. So don't be worried about that small error message. It disappears pretty quickly anyhow. The final part of it is the migration itself. After you hit the migrate button on SIPcity Live, you will receive an email address with your new credentials. And when you log in, you're looking for CloudPBX menu on the top horizontal menu. The first thing you'll see is your numbers indicating that the migration is complete. On the left navigator, jump into the device provisioning, taking your list of MACs and phone numbers. We're going to start applying the MACs to the DIDs and numbers. The first label is what the CloudPBX callers will see. We've got options for VLAN tagging, but in this case, I'm leaving it blank. I'm going to choose a number. Now this label is the one that appears on the handset itself. We're going to hit save. Your Polycom should pull down the config within a few seconds, but as I've said above, if it doesn't, just power cycle the handset to force it to pull down that new config from the provisioning URL. That's migration. If you've got any questions, please come back to us. We have migrated a lot of customers across the new platform, so we are confident of the process.